Hello there, Joel Tadman here at West Hill Golf Club, and today it's the big one. It's the Ping G400 iron that we've been testing. Replaces the Ping G iron, which was one of the biggest selling irons of the last couple of years. So always exciting when Ping bring out its successor to find out what technology they've put into this iron and how it's going to benefit your game over the predecessor. And what Ping are saying is that not only is this iron going to give you a little bit more distance, but the thing it's really going to give you is more stopping power into greens. Ping have really focused, they say, on getting a higher launch angle, higher ball flight, and therefore quicker stopping action on the green to help you hit your iron shots closer with a little bit more precision. Now, one of the ways Ping have done that is through a special undercut cavity here behind the top section of the face. They've taken some of that material out. It's allowed the face to become more active. It's already thinner by the fact that Ping have used a 40% stronger material, so that allows the face to flex a little bit more at impact, going to give you a higher launch and more distance. We've got core iron technology, which we've seen in the previous G iron. This time it's covered with this kind of polymer material. I'm not sure what you call it. It's like a soft black rubbery type material, which is also going to help dampen vibrations and make the iron feel a little bit softer. We've got a hydropearl finish on these clubs as well. We've seen it with other clubs in Ping's product line. It's designed to reduce the club's friction through the turf, which should help more of a crisp contact and also get the club through the grass a little more easily and get you more distance. Interesting design here from Ping. More of a minor evolution of the G iron, but still plenty to talk about. We were obviously interested to see exactly how it performed. I've got my 7 iron here, which is 30 degrees of loft. In fact, the lofts are half a degree stronger through the set compared to G iron. So interesting to see how this G400 7 iron goes on my GC2 launch monitor. I've got the Nippon NS Pro Modus 3 Tour 105 in extra stiff sharp with my Golf Pride multi-compound grip. Obviously it comes now with Tour Velvet grip from Golf Pride as standard. So we talked about technology. Before we delve into the performance numbers from the GC2 launch monitor, let's talk about the cosmetics, because they play a big part in the shelf appeal, and what you see down at address definitely affects your confidence over the ball. So obviously Ping have gone to a lighter finish here with this G400 iron compared to the G. I like that. It matches more with your iBlade and your i200 and other clubs in the range, so it's a nice consistency there through their range. Down by the ball, it's got some offset there, but not loads. I don't think that's going to necessarily put maybe your mid to low handicappers off. There's obviously a touch there to help those golfers that slice the ball, but generally speaking, it's a pretty nice looking club at address. You've obviously got that white bottom score line there on the face to help you align the club face. But what I do like about this club is you get a lot of confidence from the fact you've got a lot of length from heel to toe. It's quite a long blade in that direction, but also the top line doesn't look too thin. It's a very rounded top line, and for me that makes it look a little bit more compact, and I do like that. You've got a nice wide sole here on the 7 iron with a little bit of trailing edge relief, you can see here, so it should cut through the turf very nicely indeed. Right, that's enough about the looks. Let's have a look at the numbers we got from the Foresight Sports GC2 launch monitor to see exactly how this Ping G400 performed for us. Right then, so the all-important numbers then for the new Ping G400 7 iron coming in at 30 degrees of loft. First thing that strikes me while looking at the numbers is that launch angle. It's the one thing I wanted to look at first, and it didn't disappoint, to be fair. Ping say this iron should launch higher, and I've got a launch angle there of 21.4 degrees. That is a lot higher than irons that I've tested, especially at that loft 30 degrees. To get the ball launching that high is really impressive. I've tested a lot of similar lofted clubs from other manufacturers, and they're normally around the 18 degree mark, so significantly higher with the Ping G400, peaking at 38 yards, which is a really nice high ball flight for me, but didn't seem to lose out on distance. Average carry was 177 yards, which is pretty good for a 7 iron of that loft. I actually compared it with the Ping G6 iron just to see exactly how they compared. One, I was hoping that they wouldn't get similar in terms of carry distance. Nice to see still some nice good gaps there between those two models, and I got a nice gap of 10 yards, so it's nice to see that the 7 iron hasn't become a 6 iron. It's actually got more of the launch angle of an 8 iron rather than a 7 iron, so that's nice to see that you're getting the launch angle and arguably the ball flight of an 8 iron, but the distance of a 7 iron with this new Ping G400 club. So that was really nice. I've got average spin number here of just under 4.5 RPM spin, which is what I would probably expect more from a 5 or a 6 iron than a 7 iron. Obviously that high launch low spin combination is going to be a recipe for good distance, so if you're maybe a mid to lower swing speed, you're going to enjoy the performance obviously that gives you. Obviously that's going to reduce the stopping power, and for some players that will result in the ball going too far. For me, I didn't think it was going too far. I had one out there at 181 yards, which is obviously, that's quite far for a 7-iron, but it's not horrendous. It's just something to be aware of. But that said, the high launch should counteract that in terms of the ball flight. Like I said, that peak height at 38 is a really nice high ball flight. You're looking at the consistency of distance. Yes, I had some 7 or 8 yard gap from front to back dispersion on those carry distances, but generally speaking, the consistency of the club was very good. Definitely felt like it was a solid feeling club from multiple strike locations on the face. This club felt like a really user-friendly offering, just down by the ball. It looked really inviting to hit, and then when you start hitting shots, you felt like you could pretty much put any swing on it, good, bad, and the club would perform. The ball would go a similar distance, and also of a similar line as well. Accuracy and consistency of distance was pretty good. So, you know, it's impressive from Ping. They've managed to make some minor tweaks to the design and the cosmetics as well, which generally make it more of an appealing prospect, I think, for that mid to high handicapper. I think if you're a better player, you're probably going to be switching down to maybe your I200, your I blades for more traditional lofts and perhaps a stronger lower ball flight. But you know, as always, you know, most golfers, they're looking to hit their iron shots longer and higher, but without the spin making the ball flight too high into the wind. So this is a combination that's clearly going to work for the majority of players. The everyday weekend club golfer, you know, from the teen handicap right up to your low and mid 20s, and based on the performance that we've got, it's going to help those players. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed that review. Hope you found that helpful. As always, check out our other videos on the Golf Monthly website. We've covered the whole G400 range from driver right through to iron, including fairwood, hybrid and crossover as well. But from me, for now, from West Hill, it's goodbye.